Hello everybody, Floppy Hat Photos back here for another part of my Idiot's Guide to Backyard Renovation and I guess upkeep and whatnot. And I've made quite a few changes since the last time I've talked to you guys. Not sure when that was. It's been probably 3 months ago, I guess. It's been a while. I've had a lot of things going on and have not done much out here, but last, I don't know, 2 weeks or so, before I left for Iowa for my surgery, I did a bunch, and then I did a bunch yesterday and today. So I'm going to show you kind of what I've done and give you a heads up here. One of the things I did is I had a bunch of vines growing up right through here that was just really wreaking havoc on my house and stuff. You can see where I power washed and all the paint came off from just the leftover whatnot. This right here is a lemongrass that supposedly keeps away mosquitoes. I need to plant a few hundred more of those, and I do have a bunch of seeds I'm going to get hopefully sprouted here before too long. I have 3 new plants. I got a desert rose. I got a, I forgot the ones, like a Samal or something like that. And there's a couple more here. I don't remember what these other 2 are, but I have the sheets inside. I went ahead and also mounted my burnt up wooden love out here on the door, just because I could. I wanted to get it off the ground. I wanted to put it on the tree, but didn't really think it'd go anywhere. The biggest difference out here for immediate eye effect is this deck. This deck, I don't know if you guys remember the earlier video, was just black almost. It was so gross, disgusting. I might throw a picture up of me in the middle of power washing this thing. It's just night and day difference, absolutely night and day difference. There are a few soft boards here. You can kind of see how these are discolored right in here. They're a little soft, so not the best deck in the world. There's a spot over here, the same thing. The boards just were weaker boards, rotted a little bit more, but they're still safe. I'm jumped up and down. I don't feel concerned about it at all. I did the deck and most of this planting yesterday, actually all the planting yesterday, and a little bit of tree trimming, moved my grill over there. I also put in a sunshade. I'm not sure if I mentioned that before yet or not. Picked it up for like 40 bucks. I haven't used it too much yet, but hopefully I will eventually. The thing I've done a lot today is I've started just pulling out and tons of tree roots and whatnot. A lot of palm fronds, a lot of different, just all kinds of trees I've been cutting down. This is the great big giant pine that ripped over and knocked down 3 other big ones, a bunch of palms and stuff. This was that giant mess of just debris, things they kind of let overgrow for 20 years. They never took care of it and let it really go to hell. And I'm now in the process of cleaning it up. These are all the things I pulled out. Just wrapped a tow strap around them and pulled them out with the truck over and over again. Unfortunately, that one's way too big to do that with. So I'm gonna come here and keep chopping on it, and I might do another burn. I was doing a bunch of like burns underneath it, trying to burn the roots out, so I get underneath it and pull it up from the top better, and that didn't happen. But now that I've got the rest of the stuff out of here, all this has been pulled out, I could probably start a little fire pit right here in the middle and try and burn that root out. Though technically you're not supposed to be burning in the city like that, but I figure if it's a fire pit, I'm burning pine. What's the difference? So that's my goal there. We'll see what happens. So this fence needs to kind of be replaced by another fence. I have not got that on the priority yet. But all this debris, you can see all this stuff, like just piles and piles. I've dragged some up the street. There's a bunch of stuff up in the street there. And the real interesting thing, I'm sure it's still up on camera or not, but those tire marks, those like wore down paths, I'm gonna go from another angle and see if you can't see also, let me a little better. But that's where I just drove the truck in and out, time after time with my 4-wheel drive. And you can see like right there where I was spinning out different ports, trying to pull down different pieces, and just wore a path in my yard. And I do have an elephant ear growing up there, wildly growing there, that I was even driving my tires up to the neighbor's property line, pulling out stuff. You can see here a little better the path I just wore, just time after time after time, yanking out stump after stump after stump. Every once in a while the strap would slide off, and I'd go back and rehook it and whatnot. So just time after time after time. This will hopefully grow back before long. I don't know. If not, I do want to backfill all this area. This whole area is a low spot in here. I'd like to bring in a few ton of dirt, probably about 15 I'm guessing, and level this up about 3 to 4 inches is my goal. So that won't be a big concern back here as much. I want to get rid of all these tree limbs. Also back here, if you guys remember the early videos, this whole fence was just covered in vines all the way across here. Went all the way down the whole thing. I had cleaned off over by the firewood. I had cleaned off a small section there. Took me way too long, and I just got tired of it. One day I came out here and knocked out all this in one day. I went back to Iowa for my surgery, and I just sat out there and just basically spent all damn day long. I was out here for probably 7.5, 8 hours, working nonstop. It was ridiculous, just tearing out all these vines, putting them into the smallest chunks, or the biggest chunks I could drag to the street. And I had the entire front of my house covered in vines by the road. The city came and picked them up. I don't know, 4 or 5 days later, I think it was. So what I got now is I got all these little pieces that I haven't decided how I'm going to bring them out of here. I'll probably put a strap on them and just haul them out one at a time. This is where a small lawnmower would come in super handy, because to get the truck back here, it's really tight to get it through on that side of the house where I came through. Because right now I've got stock trailer, car trailer, another dumb car that shouldn't be here, and then my truck. So I got to move 3 things to get the truck back this way. So I just came around the other side, which it did fit, but it's a pain in the butt. So if I find somebody with a riding lawnmower to borrow, I can just drag these out piece by piece. It won't be that big a deal. Drag them to the curb, the city takes them away, which is awesome, really great thing. But I might use some of them to burn and to help burn out the rest of this big stump. So we'll see that too. So anyway, that's pretty much the big gist of it. I do have a little bit of fencing material left over. It's so humid down here, even though I had them staggered and stacked and stickered, they still started to mold on me. So these are the ones I saved. And then I've got a bunch of this pine tree, which was left over from this big pine tree when it fell. So these are kind of size of palm fronds and stuff that was down here that I was grabbing a hold of and pulling out with the root balls. You can see a bunch of them. Most of these you can tell I've been burning on, and it would kill them. But this thing's been burnt, and look, it already starts to grow again. It's ridiculous how, I guess, residuant these things are. So anyway, guys, that's pretty much all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys soon. Have yourself a safe and wonderful day. Thanks for watching. Get out in the backyard and try and make it your own little oasis, even if it's just in the simplest little way as power washing your deck. So have fun, take care. Thanks for watching.